Hey guys, what's up? MrDragonrider2012 here, aka Xiagax here with another RuneScape commentary, and today I'm actually giving you a small guide here. I actually discovered I could do this about a couple days ago, and it's kind of been a little, iffy. I pretty much, discovered that, there are still bots around here on RuneScape, and oh yeah, by the way, this is my tortoise. I got the summoning for it now, and so yeah, as you can see, that's what I've been doing for the past couple of days. But today, I'm going to be giving you a bot killing guide, and this one is specifically for wilderness, green dragon bots. I'll basically be giving you a couple tips there, and I'm going to be heading up there right now, so actually, basically I could give you kind of a backstory of how I came upon this. Basically, I realized that I can't just rely on just my kingdom to make all my money. That only gets me about 2-3 mil, about maybe once every 1 or 2 weeks and whatnot, and then I also have to continue to maintain that by, putting money in there, and I think somewhere along the line I think I just ended up spending too much money. So I've, kind of thought, what, this is a good way to get some free money because one, I'm not attacking dragons, so I'm not, putting myself at risk, quote, at risk. But I'll basically kind of, basically effectively show you how to take out bots, as well as making sure that they're not, that they're not gonna continue to, make money off of this game by using illegitimate means. And basically, Xiagax does not, have a problem with this. I can't imagine that. It's just, it's basically PKing, if you want to call it that. But yeah, there are some things, there are a couple tips that I got for you. Now, you might think these are obvious, but you just got to remember, these are things you do have to keep in mind. Yes, they're obvious, but a lot of people just don't listen to them, or they just forget, or whatnot. And these are kind of the tips that I came up with, and I guess, why don't we, get at them. But I guess I could tell you a little bit of a story before we get up there. Basically, what I actually kind of, stumbled across it because I thought, okay, maybe I'll get green dragon hides myself. And, like try to get that in. Shut up, tortoise. And it's actually pretty quiet around here. It's really, especially on populated worlds. Hold on, let me turn this up. Alright, there we go. So yeah, I think, what was that? One more tip that I had here that I could add as I'm getting. Oh yeah, but anyhow, yeah. As I was going on, I actually came up here with my range gear, with my dark bow and whatnot, and about over 1,000 rune arrows and whatnot, amulet of fury and whatnot, and I ended up getting killed by the dragons. And there's one bot, I think. Yep, that's a bot. And I was not too happy about that, and so I pretty much then decided, well, why don't I just try killing the bots up here? So then that's pretty much, what, got me the idea up here. So now, tip number one is, first off, I guess the one thing you should do is never be completely comfortable being up here. Because if you do, there's gonna be a lot of, kind of psychological effects that are gonna go on, and darn it, went after him, and I wasn't completely prepared. I guess that's another one. Be completely prepared. Yeah. That sounds a little bit easier said than done. And hello, you're mine. He's gonna protect item, isn't he? And this is, whoa. No, you don't. But anyhow, yeah, the one thing that you should never be completely comfortable up here. Don't get too excited and wanting, hello, ring of wealth, green dragon hide. I'm happy with that. I get a free ring of wealth now. That's nice. He's not gonna like that too much, but yeah, that'll also kind of lead into my other tips and whatnot. But yeah, one thing that basically I guess tip number one: don't get overexcited. Hello, got lots of tuna here. Bot got killed. I guess I'm not the only one up here. Yeah, don't get overexcited. And you can get you probably most likely can get killed, and it's not exactly, don't get too excited, and don't be dramatic about it. And what I mean by dramatic is, there's one person who I mistook for a bot, and he was being, that little drama queen that everyone's got to be, and he's like, the only thing he says is, I see. Now, you may not think that's, anything that's a big deal, but it's just, it's stupid by itself. I mean, what kind of communication did you establish there by saying, I see? Like, oh, I see that how it's going to be now? Who cares? I mean, the other thing is if you do get killed, this will also kind of lead into my, my next point here, but, well, I guess you kind of got to, deal with it, move on, and, and just learn to do better the next time, well, I can also more or less, give you tips on how to not get killed and whatnot, which will that also go in that's where we're gonna kind of go into those tips now. So like number 2 tip is good lord, I actually kind of went into it for a while. Number 2 tip is don't another obvious one. Bring only what you can afford to lose. Don't bring in like your full dragon armor or your Bandos armor or whatnot, because otherwise you're gonna have a tough time making that back, and it's not fun to do that. So, now yes, those people will. It'll be really hard for people to kill you with, but crying out loud, I got dogs here. Yep, still in my parents' place. But yeah, you really don't want. Don't bring like your expensive armors up unless you're really sure you're not going to lose them, and you have to pretty much have it down to a science, pretty much. So another thing is that. So yeah, just. Don't. Well, once again, yeah. Another thing is also don't PK people either, like to be a jerk. Kind of like what I did there. So now I'm just okay. Do as I say, people, not as I do. But yeah, I guess really that kind of comes down to a respect thing. Don't be just randomly wiping people out and wiping them off the floor just because you can. Yeah, they may have green dragon hides too and whatnot, but it's just, it's kind of a respect thing. If they're obviously not a bot, you don't want to just, destroy them and not give, they're helping to get rid of bots too. And, so really, that's it is kind of just a respect thing. So I guess, yeah, Another tip is bring teletabs, because if you do get attacked, you're gonna want to get the heck out of there. And you cannot. However, you're gonna want to make sure that you run below wilderness level 20, because otherwise you won't be able to get out. Period. So, because there are people that do come up here periodically, and oh, see what I mean? That's what I mean. That is what I mean right there. Okay, we gotta get out of here. 22, 21, go, 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 go. See, that's exactly what I mean. That is why you want to bring teletabs. Because there will be people, see? So that's exactly why you want to bring teletabs. Because there will be people coming up there to PK you. It's just good to be on the safe side, so you don't just get, the floor wiped with you. And, yeah, that's because they're people that are just, complete, dorks, and they just gotta, be like, oh, I'm gonna take you out. But yeah, so that's why you bring teletaps, just in case there are people that PK you. Another thing is you bring some food, but not a whole lot. You don't want, like, a crap ton of food, because because otherwise, one, that will weigh you down, two, it's going to take up a lot of inventory space. So that's just, I usually bring about maybe 5 monkfish or something, and that's really, that's all I really need. So, and I guess the next tip will come, once I get back up there. Okay, people, so now, here we are, we're heading back up to the Green Dragons, and tip number 5 here is, you might not want to retaliate unless you are 100% sure you can completely beat that person that's going to try to PK you. Which is why, that's pretty much kind of intertwines with, make sure you bring teletabs. I mean, if somebody engages you and they're clearly not a bot, I would rather be safe than sorry, and make sure you can go back home with a profit rather than losing stuff, because somebody has to be like, oh, look at me, I can take you out because I can. You know, it's like the same people that, that try to go up to the wilderness agility arena and they just, they get free PK kills. So, I mean, unless, like I said, unless you are 100% sure you can beat that person. Now, let's say if somebody wants to come up to me and starts, punching me. Well, okay, yeah, I'll take that person out because they're annoying. It's going to take them a while to come back up and get me. But, I mean, now as you saw, like the guy that was in full Xiagax, you think I wanted, to try to take that person out? Of course not. Yeah, it might be a good pretty penny there, but it's not worth trying to get my butt kicked over. So yeah, the next thing basically is be sure to bring a beast of burden. That's gonna save you. That's gonna basically help you a lot. Because trust me, your inventory will fill up quick. As you can see here, well, I just got a lot of tuna instead of green dragon hide, which sucks. But yeah, I mean, in the event that you do find somebody that has killed quite a few dragons here, you're pretty much, that'll be to your benefit if you bring a beast of burden, so that way you have extra room and basically extra dragon hide to bring with you, or dragon bones should you choose to want that. I usually just bury the dragon bones because I like to train prayer. Next tip is if you're gonna attack a bot, be sure that they're already firing at a dragon, because that way they won't tend to run unless they're out of food, like this guy here. So I kind of screwed up already. Usually they're gonna only take off when they're running low, and you also might want to use your abilities effectively here, so that way be sure to make sure to backhand them or even kick them, so that way they stop moving. Otherwise, you're going to be chasing them, back to level 20 wilderness, and there's no way you're basically going to be missing on it quite a bit there. Another thing is, you might also want to make sure that and I guess you could say this is tip number 8, be sure to, I would say, log into some fairly, not unpopulated world, but somewhere in the middle, because if you get in a populated world, for whatever reason, you seem to, apparently those seem to be the worlds where just everybody wants to kill each other up there, even if you're not a bot. I guess you just it comes down to, you're not the only one with that same idea. So, man, this person does not want to die. Well, they will now. You're dead. And look at that's not a whole lot, but that's a pretty good amount. So yeah, those are pretty much my tips there. And so yeah, pretty much the bots, they will have the same setup every time. They're gonna have lots of tuna, some prayer potions, a Varactility tab, magic short bow, and mithril arrows. I don't think that comes out to a whole lot, so you're pretty much better off just taking the dragon hides and whatnot. Oh yeah, and that leads me to my next tip, and that's basically give the bot. If you're give bots some time to kill them, because otherwise you're just going to be killing them for nothing. Which you may have to world hop sometimes. So be sure that you're world hopping to worlds that are not completely populated to the brim, but also not necessarily ones that are completely dead, because those. Then again, I would pretty much just say that don't go for the highly populated worlds, because chances are somebody's coming up there to, chances are somebody will come up there to see if they can find, free people to kill up there when they're not looking for a fight. Kind of like that guy. No, he's dead, and not too many, but that's a pretty good amount. And yeah, another thing is I wouldn't do this too often, because if people find a pattern with you and they see that you're up there quite often, they're gonna see free money. And then if you get the idiots that are like, oh, I better go follow them because I know what they're doing. so that way I can get free money off of them, so they can just do, I mean, it comes down kind of like a chain of who can do more work and whatnot. At some point, it's just kind of an, I mean, so I would definitely, try to keep a low profile. Don't go kill people that are obviously not, PKing or, I mean, don't kill people that are not, obviously bots. Try to have a little respect for them. And, I mean, just, what the heck? How do you get all the way over there? And not quite. Almost got him. So, yeah, those are pretty much my tips, people. I would definitely hope that you can put that to use, and basically just kind of a short overview. Don't get overexcited. Don't be dramatic if you get killed or you do end up killing somebody, because it's completely unnecessary. You don't need no need for that. Bring what you can only afford to lose, so that way you can get it back quickly enough. Bring teletabs, because you never know when just somebody is going to try to PK you because they think they're cool and whatnot, or they think that they're going to get better money trying to kill a bot killer. And be sure to bring some food, but not a whole lot, just in case if there is somebody that does come up there to try to kill you. Don't retaliate unless you're 100% sure that you can actually kill that, or if you can kill that person, like should you need to, kill them for whatever reason. And be sure to bring a beast of burden, so that way you have plenty of inventory space. And pretty much just be respectful. Don't kill other people that aren't PKing. Did I say that already? I can't remember. Also, just be sure to hop worlds occasionally, so that way, I mean, you can kind of find different worlds for it to refresh with. Because otherwise, I mean, if you kill these bots too much, you're not going to give them much time to get any dragon hides with, and kind of just gets annoying to just sit there and wait for them. So yeah, that's pretty much all the tips I have right about now, and I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you can help. Oh yeah, I should actually add one last thing. Be sure to report these guys, because otherwise they're just gonna keep coming back. Otherwise, if you don't, then they're gonna be here forever. And I mean, as fun as it is to get free stuff, it's still a plague on the game. It still makes problems for us. So yeah, be sure to report them, because I mean, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, reporting does nothing." I'm pretty sure it does. I have been reported in the past because I've said some not very nice things to people in the past, and yeah, reporting does work. I mean, oh yeah, by the way, don't kick people. That only kind of moves them forward. And look at that, not bad. Yeah, you might want to backhand. So that's easier. But yeah, I mean, just be sure to report them, because they can be problematic, and if you don't report them, Xiagax can't do anything about it. You can't rely on just their bot finding system to get it all. So if you guys really report bots, I mean, you'll be sure that to get rid of them. If you guys want to get rid of them, you got to help Xiagax somehow. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for right about now. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless, and happy RuneScaping.